Yeah, it's time for a new video and to trigger some KLEIN freaks. What I have here is a 27-year-old KLEIN Attitude. Some call it vintage, I call it crap. And the frame is fresh media blasted, as you can see. And yes, I had to kill an original KLEIN paint job in my media blasting cabinet. So let's have a moment of silence and let's pray for the fallen original KLEIN paint job. Yeah, enough is enough. Now let's flip the spray guns and let's have some fun in the paint boost. Woo-hoo! Yeah, there's a little issue I have to solve before I can start painting, and that's a huge pain in the ass and a typical issue of these crappy KLEIN frames. Check this. I have a bolt which stuck in a rivet, and if I turn the bolt, the rivet turns as well, so I can't unscrew it. And the guys who had built these frames in the past must have had peanut brains, because they use steel bolts which are not anodized, so they rust as hell. And the combination of this steel and the aluminum is a horrible nightmare. Same goes for aluminum seat posts and steel frames. When the aluminum corrodes and the steel starts to rust, they are like glued in, so you can't remove them. And what I have to do is a little surgery. I have to cut the bolt, I have to grind the rivet until it falls in the frame, so I can replace the rivet and I can bolt in a new bolt, of course. And what I have to use is a little power grinder like this, little belt grinder. So let's do the surgery and let's start. Yeah, here it is, the little beast. Now let's use some riveting pliers and let's mount a new rivet. Yeah, and that's it. Problem solved. And I start as every time with a special edge primer made for aluminum. That's a primer which bites the aluminum and which sticks very hard to the surface, so it can't peel off. It's a two-component system, the primer and the hardener. So let's mix it, let's load the guns and let's have fun. Yeah, I prepared the paint booth for the next step, and that's the base color. It's already in my spray gun. So let's pick the gun, let's have some fun, and let's paint the parts. Yeah, the basics are done, the primer and the white base color, and now it's time for graphics. What I have to do are the decals on the frame, and as you might know, only lazy douchebags use stickers. What we are doing is using color. I made some stencils, as you have seen, KLEIN decals, also the attitude, because these bikes are only for people with attitude. So let's stick them on and let's paint the decals. Yeah, the decals are on, and now we come to the complete story of this design, and it's so ridiculous you can't describe it with words. Some 90s marketing peanut brain thought it was a good idea to pick some fancy neon colors and a brush and to spit these colors with the brush onto a frame, and then this mastermind thought it was the perfect idea to call this graffiti. This has absolutely nothing to do with graffiti. Don't get me wrong, I don't claim that I know what I'm talking about, but I have a degree in design, and some guys in the past thought this guy is able to talk about design, and what I know about graffiti is that this is absolutely no graffiti. These are splatters of neon colors, childish kindergarten work, nothing else. Kindergarten work, yeah, but perfect for me because I'm acting like a child, so I'm the perfect worker for this paint job. So let's pick a brush. Let's mix some nice neon colors, let's spit them onto the frame, and let's call this graffiti. So let's put on the shades, let's take a bucket and let's mix the color. Yeah, and it's so simple, I don't know what I should say about it. Just take the brush, dip it into the color, and then splash the color onto the frame. Yeah, it's a huge mess. The complete floor is covered with neon yellow splatters, but the next color is pink. Let's go! It's time for the last color in this painting game, the neon blue. That was the most fun part. Now comes the most annoying part. I have to seal the artwork. That was a huge mess behind me. Look at my arms. I did a shower in these neon colors. What I have to do now is I have to do the clear coat, and that's the most important step because it gives the durability of the paint job. And what I'm using is a two-component system, a high solid clear coat, 2 parts of the clear coat, 1 part of the hardener. I have to mix them, and from now on I have 15 minutes left to apply the clear coat, so I have to be fast because the hardener reacts with the clear coat. And yeah, that's the most annoying part because you have to be concentrating, no fun anymore. And yeah, if I'm not concentrated a second, I have paint runs and other things I don't like. And that can be a huge pain in the ass if you have no good clear coat. So full concentration. And I have to do more than 1 layer of clear coat, 2 or 3 layers, because these frames are annoying. Clients like debossed logo typing. I show you what's debossed when I've done the first clear coat, and I have to talk about it. But let's change the paint booth because there are only 15 minutes left, and let's apply the first clear. Yeah, the clear coat is on, but we are not done. That is where the lazy guys stop, but we are no lazy guy. We want to be a real custom painting dude, so we have to go some steps ahead. And there are several reasons for doing that, and the most ridiculous one is these KLEIN dudes want the bossed logos on their parts and frames. But what does the embossed mean? The embossed means there's a gap in between the logo and the frame color itself. That's what they call the embossed, and to create it I had to mask the logos before clear coat. Now I have to remove these masks, I have to clear coat again to create a gap in between the logo and the frame color. That's what they call the embossed, but that's not really the embossed. What the embossed means is, if you write these ridiculous spikes, you are the embossed. You are no longer the boss, you are the anti-boss, the sucker, the loser. Yeah, that's what you are if you write these ridiculous spikes. But there's also another reason. There's an uneven surface created by these neon colors. They are very thick. Now I have to flatten the surface with wet sanding paper, so I need Sandra, my wet sanding bucket, also some 800 grit, and the best podcast I can find. Here it is, because that takes hours. It's Sanding Party with Sandra. Let's start. 800 grit, wet sanding all the parts. Then I have to remove the stencils of the logos and I have to clear coat again. Let's go. Yeah, the flattening of the surface is done, the clear coat is mixed, so let's put on a jumpsuit to have some fun in the paint booth and to apply the last and finish layer, a 2-component high solid clear coat. That's what we need to protect the artwork. So let's grab the gun and let's have some fun. Woohoo! And here it is, fresh from the paint booth, the neon splatter colored frame. I already mounted the fork. If you have a KLEIN bike, you know that this is a huge pain in the ass because we have press fit bearings. What a stupid idea. What I have to do now is I have to mount the inner tubings and the cable guides, and then this frame is ready for shreddy. So let's do it and let's send it to its customer.